These are such great knives. They are incredibly well done. This is a Spyderco Vallotton Sub-hilt. These actually won Imported Knife of the Year Focus when they came out back in 2011. Spyderco had these produced over in Taiwan. These were a collaboration that Butch did with Spyderco using his design. They were produced as manuals, but I think Butch always intended for it to be a dual action. And a lot of them got converted by the family. This one is numbered V117 inside, which I think the V means that Butch actually did it. I've seen some marked C, which I'm pretty sure means Corey did them. They did quite a few of them. Not sure how many, but at least a few hundred, I imagine. Really wicked compound grind with that armor-piercing focus, flat ground tip on some chunky blade stock. You can see the spring in there that's been fitted, and there's the sear that comes up and over the end of the spring. You can kind of see it catches on that little step in the end of the spring right in there. When you shift this inlay up top towards the spine, there's a little pin that connects it to the sear in there and lifts it back and off the end of the spring and allows it to fire the auto function. You can see the sear moving there. And there's that little step in the end of the spring that I was talking about that the sear catches on. Really, really nice. It's a very crisp but easy to fire action, but because it's shrouded in the bolsters like that, there's pretty much no chance of inadvertently bumping that in your pocket and setting it off. You also have a really, really nice manual action. I don't know how many of these Spyderco produced as manuals, but there's definitely a lot of them out there. I see the manuals pop up pretty often. They tend to go in the $200 to $300 range, depending on condition. The auto conversions that Butch and the family did tend to go around $600 to $700, somewhere around that range, which is pretty typical for the converted production folders, and even getting up into some of the customs tend to go for $700 to $1,000, depending on how fancy they are. Really nice polished G10 slabs on these. Nice satin finish on the bolsters. Some people may notice that the four-way clip mounting holes that were drilled in the bolsters originally, I TIG welded those up and refinished the bolsters. The extra holes were driving me nuts, and then I cut the slabs so the lanyard could sit flush instead of having to come up and around the slabs. That kind of bugged me. Just streamlined it a little bit, which it is a chunky knife, so that little bit of slimming down there right at the butt definitely made it a little more comfortable in the hand. So yeah, that is a look at a Spyderco Sub-hilt dual action conversion, the way it was meant to be. These do pop up occasionally, but not very often. So if you see one pop up and you can afford it and you want it, I would say jump on it, because they are really, really sweet pieces for a DA collection. So there you go.